Well, hi there, boys and girls. Let's all come to order now for another meeting of the Charlie Chipmunk Club. And now to read you today's exciting Charlie Chipmunk story, here's your old friend, Uncle Edgar.
Thank you, Bob, and hello, boys and girls. For our latest story, let's all turn to page 24 of this month's issue of the Charlie Chipmunk Club magazine. And right there at the top...
I sure hope you kids are strongly urging Mommy and Daddy to renew your subscription to the Charlie Chipmunk Club magazine. Still only $8.95 for 12 big issues. And now, back to Uncle Edgar.
Thank you. Now, there in the first panel, gang, we can see that Charlie Chipmunk is getting ready to go visit his friend Gustav Groundhog and take a swim in Gustav's brand-new swimming pool.
Needless to say, boys and girls, Charlie wouldn't think of spending a day in the hot sun without his genuine Charlie Chipmunk suntan lotion. It lets your little body bake to smooth, even chipmunk brown, and it's only $2.98 for the big 2-ounce bottle. Now, again, Uncle Edgar.
Thank you. Now, there in the next panel, we see Charlie at Gustav's house, all ready to jump into the pool for a nice, refreshing swim.
And notice how all the little forest creatures are attired in fashionable Charlie Chipmunk swimwear. It's newly designed for the current season, with authentic Charlie Chipmunk emblems embroidered in attractive places. Swim trunks for the boys begin at a remarkably low $7.98, and bikinis for the girls are only $23.50. Uncle Edgar?
Well, now, Bob, I sure hope you aren't going to keep butting in like that through the whole story today. You know how that upsets me.
Well, I'm sure you'll feel much better if you stop to realize that our wonderful sponsors make it possible for you to be here telling stories to the boys and girls. So please continue.
All right, I'll try. Now, in the next picture, boys and girls, we see Charlie accidentally falling off the high diving board and going right into the deep water kersplash. And look how Gustav Groundhog is laughing at him.
Yes, boys and girls. Well, Gustav can laugh when accidents befall guests around his pool because he's covered by the Charlie Chipmunk Insurance Company. Even death or permanent injury to visitors is never a cause for concern when you have full liability coverage. Make your daddy see his insurance agent about taking out a policy today. You're in good hands with Charlie Chipmunk.
Now, Bob.
Now again, Uncle Edgar.
I'm just not going to tolerate any more of this. These stories don't even make sense with you popping in with so many commercials.
Well, these buying tips for youthful shoppers aren't really commercials, Uncle Edgar.
Well, I don't care what you call them. They sound like commercials, and I'm getting sick of having my stories interrupted by them, whatever they are.
I think it's your stopping to complain that accounts for most of the interruptions. Why don't you just get on with it?
Okay, but I want you to know I'm pretty miffed about all this. Now then, kids, in the next picture, we see that even more of our little forest friends have come to visit Gustav, and now they're all swimming in his pool.
And there's plenty of room because it's a big Olympic-sized Charlie Chipmunk pool, boys and girls, fully heated and equipped with its own filtering system. And yet, it's yours for a mere $4,000. Have Daddy take out a bank loan and order one for you today.
Moving right along, kids, here comes Otto the Otter with his big red beach ball.
Sorry, Uncle Ed, that time's up for today.
I knew this would happen. You made the kids miss the end of the story again.
Be sure to join us for more fun at the next meeting of the Charlie Chipmunk Club, boys and girls.
We're not broadcasting in the public interest around here, and I'm going to see that the authorities find out about it.
And now, kids, before you all rise and repeat the Charlie Chipmunk oath, here's Uncle Edgar to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hello, everybody. Back with the second hour of our Bob and Ray show today and another listener comparison survey. A gentleman who has taken part in our ongoing project, listening to this program and another one for a period of from 8 to 10 days and then deciding which he liked better. Now, you have not met me before, have you, sir?
No, well, I looked through the window from the green room into the studio, and I could see you walking around here during the program.
Sure, but I mean, physically, we've just met now a few seconds ago, and you've received no remuneration for taking part in the survey, correct?
And no money either.
Right. Now, you listened to both the Bob and Ray show and another program. Which did you like best?
I preferred the Bob and Ray show.
Do you have a reason for that, sir?
Yes. Because no program can give you the security you get from Bob and Ray, and it doesn't rub off on your clothes.
Thank you very much, sir. Next, Mary Backstayge, Noble Wife. The story of America's favorite family of the Footlights and of their fight for security and happiness against the concrete heart of Broadway. Today is the day of the opening of Westchester Furioso at the theater in Ogunquit, Maine. Mary, Harry, Pop, and Calvin completed a very delicious dinner at Mom and Pop's restaurant in Ogunquit, and then walked to the theater, where we see them now a few moments before the first curtain is due to rise, and we hear Calvin say,
Hey, where's the curtain around here?
Oh, Calvin, you're facing the wrong way. It's over here.
Oh, that's it.
Right there. I'm just going to peek out through the curtain and see how many people are out there.
Fine.
Mary, look at this.
What?
A good house.
Oh, my, yes.
Ah, it's great to see a crowd again.
It's nice the way they have the theater dressed.
What's that, Mary?
The way they have sold tickets so that they're sitting there nicely. And
they're spread around so that it makes some people at every corner of the theater.
Yeah, that's what they've done. They've dressed the theater nicely.
Have you seen Greg yet?
Greg? Who was Greg?
Greg Marlowe, of course, Mary.
I don't know. I kind of feel lightheaded.
Yes, talking kind of giddily.
Some reason, I don't know why.
I got to get my tap shoes on. Almost forgot that.
Hope I can remember my lines. Do you remember what the first thing I say when I go on stage?
No, I'm just worried about my own lines, Mary.
I forget.
Come to think of it, I don't remember what my first line is.
Oh, hey, we better get together. The curtain's going to go up in a few minutes.
Oh, here's the script.
You can't go on stage carrying a script.
No, I just want to brush up on the lines. Oh, here it is, Mary. Here's your first line.
Oh, there it is. Oh, yes. I say, come in.
And I say, it's me, Reginald.
Oh, well,
This'll all come back once the curtain goes up, Mary.
You sure about that?
Oh, of course. Old troopers like us, we can ad-lib if we don't remember the exact words.
Well, I'll be standing out here in the wings anyway, and I'm so tired.
Prompting book.
I'm so tired. I can't keep my eyes
open.
open.
Now, come on. This is no time to go to sleep, Calvin. This is big opening night.
Yeah.
Wish Greg were here. He could.
Where is Greg, you suppose?
I don't know. I haven't seen. Let me go over and ask the stage doorman if he's seen Greg. Hey, Pop, have you seen Mr. Marlowe? No. He was here a little bit earlier.
I think, Harry? I think Greg was going around town visiting disc jockeys, trying to promote the show. Going on radio programs.
That's right. That's what he's going to do today.
Probably get tied up in the Ogunquit traffic.
Yes, the drive time traffic is rather heavy here in the summer.
Sure. Oh, I'm going to kind of curl up and take 40 weeks.
No, I wouldn't do it. You won't wake up, Calvin, for your second act specialty number.
I just can't keep my eyes open. It must have been that grilled cheese sandwich I had.
The stage doorman, Pop, over there, says he hasn't seen Mr. Barlow since about 2:30 this afternoon. But the orchestra's in the pit.
I can hear them out there, I think.
Yes, the audience is quieting down now, too. It'll be curtain time any minute.
Curtain going up in 30 seconds.
Okay, stage manager. I guess we'll have to begin without Mr. Marlowe.
Places, everybody.
Come on, girls.
Where do I go? Where do I go?
Well, you go to the living room set, Mary.
Oh, right.
We don't see that right at the opening, you know.
Oh, right.
Uh-oh, there's the overture. Good luck. Break a leg.
In your hat, by Lily Dashay.
And so the curtain rises slowly on the opening of Westchester Furioso in Ogunquit, Maine. And Mary, Harry, Pop, and Calvin don't seem too sure of their lines. Be sure and join us tomorrow when we'll hear Mary say,
I don't know what to say.
That's tomorrow in the next exciting episode of Mary Backstage Noble Wife. Word Carr speaking. Well, it's commercial time on the old Bob and Ray show now. Time to pause for... Whoop. Sorry, that's the wrong day I'm looking
Wrong
at.
program.
Hey, Ray, you think these inflatable customers will work?
Sure. Now, our bank will look as popular as the Arizona Bank. Here, time down, Bob.
But will people think we've got all kinds of loans like the Arizona Bank?
You betcha.
Okay, just don't breathe too much of that helium, because if... Hey, Ray, something wrong? Something wrong?
Wrong? Nothing's wrong. Why do you ask?
The Arizona Bank is pretty hard to beat.
Why do you ask?
Ladies, you know how bothersome it can be to have to make your own shortening out of cows and hogs you hit along the highway. That's why you'll go for Grime, the ready-made shortening that spreads like lard. Try some today and be sure to be with us next time when Edna goes to the village in the gathering dusk. Here's Webley Webster.
Hi, everybody.
Webley, you seem to be in a gay, ebullient mood. Is there any particular reason for it?
Bob, I've embarked on what I think will be a new career for me.
A new career? What is a career you embarked on?
I'm doing commercials, Bob.
Oh, you mean you have already done some?
Oh, yeah. They just haven't been on the air yet. They're going to start next week
Well,
sometime.
you know, this is a great...
going to test them.
It's a wonderful career, and very happy that you've been able to get this kind of work. What kind are they?
Well, we've just finished doing a commercial for the Lapmaster paper napkin paper.
The Lapmaster Paper Napkin Company.
Right. And
Is that do you have a copy of it there with you, or a tape?
That's right. It's
A recording of it?
Yes.
Rather than explain it in a way which might be difficult to understand, why don't we hear this commercial and see
Right.
just what you do? Then we
I think, Bob, I should preface it to say that I have gone in very heavily for the test method. I think showing the public outright just what your product does, I think was very good.
Well, have they asked you for your opinions, or...
What? A thing to do.
It's a thing to do.
Yes. All right, so if you play the commercial number one,
Okay.
it has...
Commercial number one, John.
Right. Hi, this is Webley L. Webster, and I'm standing in the testing laboratory of the Needhole Institute. With me is Chief Tester Theodore Drab. What's going to happen, Mr. Drab?
Well, we're going to see if the Lapmaster paper napkins live up to their claim of staying on a person's lap in a hurricane. If it qualifies, we'll award the product the Needhome Institute plaque.
Well, how will this test work?
We're stepping into a special wind tunnel, Mr. Webster, we have here at the Institute, at the far end of which are seated 8 people. 4 of them have Lapmaster napkins on their laps, the others ordinary make napkins.
I see. And then you'll turn on the wind in the tunnel and see which napkins remain on the laps.
Exactly, Mr. Webster. Here goes.
Wally, sir, what a blast. Now I'm going down with Mr. Drab to check to see the napkins.
Well, here we are, Mr. Webster. The napkins are still on the laps of the Lapmaster people and completely have disappeared from the others.
Amazing. Proof positive, folks, that Lapmaster napkins will stay on your laps even in a hurricane. Buy a box today, and one for your living room, too.
Well, that was the commercial, Webb, huh? That's the one we'll be hearing next
That's
year?
right. Do you like it?
Yeah.
It's dramatic. It shows
It
everything.
certainly is dramatic.
It sounds phony as phony can be.
Well, if it's already been filmed and did it work? Did those napkins really stay on the people's laps and blow off the other ones?
Stayed on you. Yes, it stayed on 4.
Well, that's really wonderful how they can
I don't
make a product like that.
Really now, Webley, how'd you get them to stay on, really?
Yeah.
Well, 4 of them were wearing sticky pants.
Oh, you mean this whole thing is a put-up
It was
deal?
mostly jelly.
Oh, no wonder they didn't blow off in the wind tunnel. And I think that's kind of unethical advertising. I think you're associated with a shady product, young man.
Well, why don't you play the stupid theme for me as I go off? Doodly-doop, doop, doop-de-doop-de-doo, doodly-doop.
This is Radio's Wally Ballou on behalf of a Transistor Radio in every home. Greeting you from Fog Stadium, where our old friend Elwood Pop Hedge, sportscaster, is conducting his regular baseball broadcast. Pop, how's the game going?
Nothing at 2 on the batter right now.
Uh-huh.
You know, I tell jokes up here when the game gets dull, and
Want
most
to
of
amuse yourself or the
no,
listeners?
most of the fans come out here. They bring a transistor radio.
Uh-huh.
Wait a second, Wally. Fans, I think it's time for a joke. My brother's a big inventor. He crossed an intersection with a convertible and got a blonde.
They really like that one, Elwood.
Whoops, he's out at first.
I didn't realize this many people carried transistors with them.
Oh, sure. They just can't believe their eyes. They have to hear the announcer describe the play that they're watching. Transistor radios are great.
Tell them one more.
You hear about one cannibal said to the other cannibal? He said, you know, I don't like your brother-in-law. And the other one says, well, just eat the noodles.
And now, the Crutchford Braid and Tassel Company invite you to share another nostalgic interlude in the lives of the Pittmans.
How frequently I pause to think back to those happy days of the Great Depression when I was growing up in our old family farmhouse. For my brothers and sisters and I, each dawn was like the beginning of a whole new day. I remember in particular those very special times that we all looked forward to with glad anticipation. And now, after 40 years, one event still stands out more sharply in my mind than all the others. It was on a warm summer evening, and I came rushing across the fields to greet my parents with the joyous news.
Hey, Ma, Pa, guess what? They've asked me to help arrange the program for this year's 4th of July celebration.
Well, now, that's quite an honor for a young fellow, Jimmy Joe, but I don't see that the program needs much arranging. Every 4th of July, Congressman Rexford reads the same speech, and then we all pray for his salvation and have a nice box lunch.
Well, it's the speech part I'm changing, Pa. Our teacher knows I plan to be a great writer someday, so she asked me to prepare something new for Congressman Rexford.
Well, I don't know if that's such a good idea, Jimmy Joe. The congressman's had 30 years to practice all the gestures that go with that speech of his. I'm not sure if he could deliver a different one.
Oh, well, I'm well aware of how choked up with emotion you get when he spreads out his arms and yells that part at the end about apple pie and our flag, but I've already got part of an equally inspiring speech written here in my childish scrawl.
Well, I think a new speech for the congressman just might liven things up this year, Jimmy Joe. Let's hear what you've got scribbled down on your scratch paper there.
Well, I'm still just getting into the mood of the thing, but, well, here's the beginning of the rough draft. The Battle of France is over. The Battle of Britain is about to begin. Let us therefore brace ourselves to our duty, and so bear ourselves that if the British Empire lasts for 1,000 years, men will still say, this was their finest hour. And that's all I've written up to now.
Well, I should hope so. That's just not the kind of thing a great orator like Congressman Rexford would say. It might do as a child's composition at school, but that's all.
Well, maybe you're just saying that because I haven't put anything in yet praising motherhood and prohibition. But I was hoping you wouldn't hate the whole speech before I even get to the good part.
Now, don't you fret, Jimmy Joe. Your mother said it might be almost good enough for something. And I think you could even store it away on your closet floor. So you just put it there. And then get yourself off to bed, son.
Well, okay. Good night, Pa. Good night, Ma.
Good night, Jimmy Joe. Good night, Cousin Sadie.
Good night, children. Good night, Rover.
Good night, baby Lucille. Good night, old woman.
Hasta la vista, Uncle Olaf.
Good night, Fred Jr. Good night, Jimmy Joe.
Good night, Ma. Good night, future farmers of America.
Many long years have passed since my brothers and sisters and I grew up and moved away from the big old farmhouse. But in my mind, I can still hear those sweet, sweet voices calling out to me.
Good night, Buffalo Bill. Good night, Melvin Purvis.
For ours was a home filled with love and caring. Though I long for the Great Depression to return, I know that it may never come.
Good night, Floor. Good night, Sailing.
Still, a part of me shall always remain back there, nestled amid the broad plains of Oklahoma, where the memories were born that I'm destined to cherish for the rest of my life.
This week's episode of The Pittmans has been brought to you by the Crutchford Braid and Tassel Company, makers of handsome doodads to attach to your threadbare sofa. Next time you think of beautifully crafted fuzzy balls and fringe for your home, swing into action by shouting Crutchford. And be sure to join us next time for more tearful nostalgia in the lives of the Pittmans. My name's Sam Finch. Me and my partner, Ralph R. Kruger Jr., we're the unsung heroes of the police force. We ride a prowl car at night, doing our best to see that every citizen lives within the law. A couple of weeks ago, we got a fleeting glimpse of a fugitive pulling the drugstore holdup. We went down to R&I, hoping we could find the man's picture among the mugshots. We were just finishing the second book when my partner, Ralph R. Kruger Jr., turned to me and said,
Boy, look at the ears on that guy. You ever see jug handles like that before?
Yeah, probably what made him turn to crime. Guy gets conscious about his ears, he'll do anything.
They really stick out on this bird.
Yeah. See that one down there in the bottom row? Isn't that George Drudge? Guy I went to high school with you?
Sure looks like him. Look at the name on the back. Yeah, that's him, all right. George Drudge, alias Nolan the Viper.
I don't remember him calling himself Nolan the Viper when we were in high school.
No, everybody just called him George Drudge in those days.
Funny how you lose track of people. I often wondered what George was doing.
Well, according to this, he's doing 10 to 20 for armed robbery.
Look at that one up there in the top corner. He's the image of my Uncle Edward.
Could be. I don't know your Uncle Edward.
Wait a minute. I got a picture of him here in my billfold. Now hold the two up next to each other. See if you don't notice a resemblance.
I'll have to take this one out of the mug book so I can hold them up to the light. Yeah, they do look something alike.
Hey, buddy, that's Uncle Edward's picture you're putting back in the mug book. This is the one of the convict you gave me.
No, that's not right, Sam. I was careful to keep them separate.
Well, I hate to see you make a mistake like this, Ralph R. Jr. Uncle Edward is on the city council in Pasadena. He's going to be pretty mad when he sees you put his picture in the wanted book. I'll get it. R&I, Finch.
This is the skipper. You can go back into your office now. The fugitive in that drugstore holdup has been picked up by the men of Squad Car 16. He's been identified, booked, and brought to trial. In a moment, the results of that trial.
And while we're waiting the results of today's exciting case, just a word about Gerstmeyer's puppy Kibbles. A recent survey indicates that only about 14% of the dogs in this country have enough energy to attack their masters on a regular basis. If your pet seems to lack get up and go, why not switch to Gerstmeyer's, the dry meal guaranteed to turn any dog into a ferocious beast.
The fugitive in that drugstore holdup was convicted of pilfering egg salad, nail polish remover, and antacid pills. He's now serving a term of 3 to 5 years in the state penitentiary.
And so another desperate criminal is brought to justice by the unsung heroes of the police force, the men who ride the squad cars at night.
This is Bert Peel.
And this is Harry Peel.
Peel's taste best of all because it's driest of all. Remember that, viewers. Peel.
Excuse me, Bert. Friends, my brother is so enthusiastic over our wonderful beer that, well, sometimes, without meaning to, he offends an occasional viewer.
Offends?
Well, I'm sorry, Bert. We've had some letters, and a lady in New Jersey said that you... I'm sorry. You go ahead.
No. I've tried to tell people how delicious our beer is, how it will bring happiness into their nice homes. Somehow I've offended. You tell them, Harry. They like you. You're personable. I'm offensive. Goodbye, consumers.
Well, I'm sorry he's so sensitive. I never should have... Bert!
Bullseye! Proof. Peel's aims for dryness, and we don't miss.
Well, as Bert, thank goodness, says, if you taste it and smack your lips, it's a product of Peel Brothers, Brooklyn, New York, most likely.
Unquestionably, Harry.